Can anyone hear me? Okay, so I'm gonna start talking thinking that people can hear me, but I'm not sure if you can. I'm just gonna try it on Facebook Live as well. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Can anybody hear me? Hmm. Let me just turn on my microphone then. Let me see if that's what I have to do. Okay, I'm gonna try to say something. Can anyone, because people can hear clicking, but they can't hear me talking. Okay, I changed something on the settings. Does that help? I'm gonna set up somewhere. Oh, you can hear me now. So I can't hear any of you guys. I think the way people are logged in, it might be the problem. Because no one's logged in as I can't even, usually I can add you to the participants, but I'm not able to. Welcome, Nicole. I don't know if Nicole can hear me. Oh, somebody can hear me. Great. Alyssa can hear me. Nicole's typing, and then I think Vero's in the hair salon, and I think Heather just left. Type. Hi, Nicole. All right, so I'm just gonna start and hope that people know. So it's I'll try one more time to reset things. I guess. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and present and then we'll just text and type and do it the old school way. Let me know if you can't hear me or see me, and then just confirm that you can see me and you can hear me, and I'll just start. It shouldn't take too long. Oh, I guess I can make you guys visible. That's what it is. But go ahead. Everyone introduce yourself. So Heather, I can see your typing. I don't know if you can hear or see me. I think Dr. James just joined. Hi. Okay, great. So what you guys should do is just text. Okay, good. Vero's introducing herself. Vero is at MFM, I believe, and I can't remember state. I think Connecticut. Nicole, I think I'm also having problems with the software. I think they updated it, and I'm like kind of confused as well. Great. Nicole, introduce us and tell us where you are. Heather is a midwife. I believe still in Philadelphia. Did you move yet, Heather? Okay, I'm just gonna get started because I think people can hear and see me. Um, so I'll go to the next slide. So the things that I wanted to cover while we're here are, so basically the agenda is just to talk about some quick facts. I feel like we've all read all the millions of articles, and all of you have been great about sharing the articles in the Facebook group, which is good, just so we can keep abreast of what's going on. Yay, thank you, Alyssa. Okay, Alyssa's also commenting. She's a pediatrician and a health services researcher, so it's good that we are multidisciplinary here. All right, and I'm Joy Cooper. I'm a OBGYN out in the Bay Area, but I'm from Philadelphia. Those are my roots. And I'm just passionate about this topic. Besides being an OBGYN, I see Dr. James just logged back in. She might be having difficulty with the software as well, but I'm gonna keep it moving. All right, so things I wanna discuss. Great. So Alyssa says that she's interested in engaging families in safety and communications. Great. So I think you're actually close to where Vero is, probably. Okay, so in terms of goals, we want to identify liaisons. So there's other organizations who are clearly doing this work. However, I think there's nothing wrong with another group doing it. I think the issue is too big for just one group. So we can talk about what those other organizations are. And then we want to create publicity, social media campaign, and use some of the groups. So a couple of the physicians who are in the group are in a group called Mocha Medicine, which is Black women who are physicians. And so there are some Facebook groups that we can use to kind of help us get viral stuff that'll go out there, and we'll talk about that more. We also need to create physician and birth community awareness, including midwives, doulas, et cetera, just so people know how at-risk Black women are, so they can possibly get the better care that they need. And lastly, I want to talk about an outreach idea that we can possibly do and have published before the end of the year. And I just kind of thought of something, what your Black doctor was shooting about the postpartum period. And so really, how can we get the information to the people using the internet, basically? Great. So just to recap of who's here, we have Nicole, who's internal medicine. We have Abike, who can't hear much. Is anyone else having technical difficulties in terms of hearing? Okay, it might require, let me see if I can turn down the bandwidth required so that it's not so much for people who are having trouble seeing. I turned it down, so it might make the picture grainier for people, but that might make it easier for some people to see. All right, so in terms of the rest of the presentation, and just to finish recapping, BK James is who's on the call, but I don't know if she can see that much, is an OBGYN in Philadelphia. Heather Cates is a midwife in Philadelphia. Alyssa Khan is a pediatrician in Boston. Vero is a maternal fetal medicine doc, and Nicole Peoples is a internal medicine doc. And someone else just joined, Makunda. Hello. All right, so in terms of just some brief facts that I'll go over, this is just some nice statistics that came from an article about Black Lives Matter and obstetrics and gynecology. So between 2006 and 2010, Black women, as we've seen quoted over a lot of the articles, have to be more than 3 times more likely to die than white and Hispanic women. Although Black women account for only about 15% of all live births, they are 35.5% of all pregnancy-related deaths. And so Black women also are at risk for maternal mortality, but also maternal morbidity. So that includes basically having a higher primary C-section rate, which also could be related to Black women being more obese, but also, great, Dr. James can hear us. And then also Black women have a higher rate of postpartum hemorrhage as well as peripartum infections, which can obviously lead to morbidity. I'm just addressing a question that Dr. James has. Yes, we have started. You should be able to see the slides. So in terms of some potential liaisons, and this is where I really want people to kind of comment, Black Mamas Matter is something that when I started talking about this movement, a lot of women had commented and said, oh, Black Mamas Matter, you should check them out. So they primarily do a lot of research now in the South, so primarily Mississippi, Louisiana, and Georgia. Another group is For Cure for Moms. Dr. Peoples or Nicole Peoples made me aware of this group. This is actually, I don't know if you heard of the story of Kyra Johnson. Kyra Johnson, she died post-op at Cedars-Sinai last year, and her husband made this group called For Cure for Moms. And then lastly is National Birth Equity Collective, and that's actually run by a physician. Their goal is to decrease maternal mortality as well as decrease infant mortality. And so these are groups that we potentially can work with and support, as well as lend an ear. So I just want to pause and let people type. And I can type a question too, just in case people are having trouble trying to figure out how to participate. Okay. I think everyone is. Okay, can anyone hear me right now? Just type yes if you can hear me, because it says there's no one viewing, but I don't know if you guys are still up as viewing in the chats. Okay, so we'll try this again. Maybe I'll try a different software that everyone can participate in because we can't even have a conversation. So I'll send each of you a Facebook message, and we can try and figure out how we can regroup. But thank you so much for trying because I know this was an effort. But we'll try and regroup and do this again, possibly in the next week or so. All right.